After 1 month of traveling all across Tanzania, my first ever trip to Africa, I made it to paradise basically. Zanzibar, an island located on the Indian Ocean off the coast of Tanzania, which sure does look like paradise. It doesn't always feel like one because unfortunately, even in paradise, things can go wrong sometimes.
Poor. Dar es Salaam, we're not in Dar es Salaam. Yeah, we're in Zanzibar. As the kind man behind me just noticed, we're not in Dar es Salaam anymore. As you can see, we're in paradise basically, Zanzibar. I've been here for already about a week and I can with full confidence say that this is possibly one of the most beautiful places on earth. However, with that being said, Zanzibar is absolutely beautiful, but after being here for a while, I'm not 100% sure if that's a place I would choose to come back to. Okay, but let me show you the good sides. Let's catch up first, and then I'm gonna share with you everything that I want to share in this video. Everything that you should know before you come here, basically, as a true YouTuber does.
For the first half of my stay in Zanzibar, I decided to stay in Jambiani, a village located on the east coast of the island, about 15-minute drive from Kaja, which is a bit more popular town. Jambiani itself is still a very quiet, small village that does feel very local, much less touristy than Kaja or many other areas that I later saw in Zanzibar. But there is a lot of life happening on the beach. There are lots of restaurants, bars, new luxury hotels popping up, and this is basically how it is almost everywhere in Zanzibar nowadays. The island experienced a crazy boom in tourism industry over the last couple of years.
Oh, I thought it was a dog, but it's a goat. Right? Yeah, goats. What you see right now is what the beach looks like every morning. And all these people you see walking there are basically collecting seaweeds from seaweed farms.
It was very windy, but what I'm saying here is that the first thing you need to be aware of before coming to Zanzibar is that the island is very dependent on tides.
This beach will be completely gone. Like, I'm not exaggerating. Do you see the seaweed here? Water will be up to there. The tides here are the most intense tides I've ever seen in my life. The ocean moves so much.
So the beach basically disappears completely twice a day, so you only really have a couple of hours every day to enjoy the beach, or depends what you want to do. But as you can see, in the morning the tide is super low, so you can go for a walk, but you cannot swim. And then later in the day, water comes up and you can swim, but the beach is basically gone, so you cannot go for a walk.
I mean, look, this is New Taddies, and this is the beach right now. Is this not crazy? It is absolutely fascinating to me. I've never been to a place where tide affects the landscape so much like it does here.
So I would definitely recommend you to get familiar with how the tides work here before you book your hotel. Google Tides in Zanzibar, they're dedicated websites that show you time of the tides, because this also changes every single day depending on the moon, which was not something I was aware of before coming here. And some part of the islands, like for example the north, where I will be going later in this video, are less affected by it.
Jambo. Asante. I found this flower that I want to put in my hair, but I just don't know how. How do people do it on social media? Does it look stupid? Kind of does, right? So I'm staying at this place called New Teddy on the beach. It's a great place. I definitely very highly recommend it. It was actually recommended to me by many people before I came to Zanzibar. Okay, I think now it's time for me to show you around New Teddy's. And then today there is a festival happening, like a party slash festival at New Teddy's. So I'm gonna go back and see what's happening, see what's up.
So New Teddy's on the beach is located well, right on the beach, hence the name. So you can basically roll straight from your beach chair or the pool to the sea. They have both private bungalows and more like hostel style dorms, and overall I really like this place. I mean, as you can see, it's beautiful. I even end up staying much longer than I intended. I stayed for over a week because I met a lot of nice people and had a lot of fun just hanging out with everyone. New Teddy's is definitely a very social place, so if you are a solo traveler going to Zanzibar, it's a perfect place to start. My everyday routine at New Teddy's would include breakfast. I would order eggs and fresh fruits and just sit there for hours enjoying my coffee and staring at this beautiful view. And then long beach walks. I mean, that's what you basically do in Zanzibar. Eat food and relax. It's definitely a very chill holiday destination. I hear the music, so I guess the party has started. So as I told you, there was a festival happening at New Teddy's that day. Every month there's a festival where they have different local performances, etc. And it was super fun to watch, but after a while I decided to look for a more peaceful place for lunch. So I decided to stop by this beach bar for a spontaneous lunch. I say spontaneous lunch because I thought I was just going for a walk, but turned out I'm eating lunch here. And this is my lunch view. How beautiful is this place? It's basically just like a little beach shack. Life is good in Zanzibar, huh? So my food has arrived. I'm having some chapati bread, which is like a local bread pancake thing with fish. Some salad on the side. Just finished eating and the food was delish, but I realized that I have to hurry up because the beach is shrinking. Oh my god, maybe it's already too late. I'll have to walk in water and I have my phone on me in my bag, so it's not ideal. But as you can see, the beach is already tiny. So yeah, so now I'm just back to what I do all day here, which is basically walking. I'm like the most boring person on the holiday. Like all I do all day long is walking, like back and forth on the beach. I love it though. I fucking love it. This is my favorite thing to do on the beach. Just walk, listen to music, either talk to people. So I was right. It is too late. New Teddy's is somewhere there. So I have to walk for water now. One thing though that I have not really been enjoying about this beautiful beach is the amount of people approaching you.
What about Maasai shopping?
No, thank you. I'm good. When you just go for a walk, run, try to mind your business. Not everyone, don't get me wrong. I don't have anything against people just coming up to me, offering me their tours, you know. I get it, it's their job, that's their livelihood, and I absolutely understand that, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. If they just come, tell you what they're selling, and you exchange a couple of words, politely say no if you're not interested, and that's it. I don't have anything against that. However, some people here can be very persistent and they just don't take no for an answer. I think I do have some footage from yesterday that I can show you. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, everything okay?
Yes, everything is fine, thank you.
My name is Lucas. You?
Kaja.
Hi, where are you from? After you can have a look at my shop.
I know that some people of the internet will get upset with me for saying that, but this is something that happens literally every couple of minutes, which can be very distracting if you're just trying to mind your own business and just enjoy the beach. I was told that some of these people wearing traditional Maasai clothing in Zanzibar are not even Maasai. So Maasai is a very well-known tribe that lives in Tanzania and Kenya. So these people in Zanzibar, they just wear the clothes to appear more interesting to tourists. After spending over a month in Tanzania, I've obviously seen a lot of Maasais, and a lot of these people here dressed as Maasais do not look like them. Poland.
Poland. Cześć.
Cześć.
Wszystko dobrze.
No, not. I'm sick. My ear hurts. Basically what happened is that I think my ear got blocked, or I don't know what happened, but it hurts, and it's been bad-ish for a couple of days now, or actually it's been getting worse. I've been using eardrops, but it's not really getting better. So I decided to be a responsible adult today and handle the problem instead of, you know, waiting for the problem to go away.
So today you're going to know.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye. I got help. I did get help. My ear was cleaned and it does hurt now, so it's not like I really feel a relief. But I also got some medicine for the infection, so it is what it is. It happens. To be honest, never happened to me. This was the first time in my traveling life that I had to go to a hospital. And a hospital, like, technically it's just a clinic. I can't even call it a hospital. Also, like, I know it's not a big thing, it's just a minor thing, but you know, whatever. And also my insurance did handle it very fast, so it's okay. Got myself some bread to cheer myself up because bread always makes everything better. Let me try it. Kind of hurts to chew. It's just bread. Valentine, do something fun for my vlog. Oh, that was fun. What I'm having for lunch, I'm being a boring old lady and having a pizza. But we do have a beautiful view here, so. The funniest French person I've ever met. Certainly one of the coolest French people I've ever met.
The bar is not high, right?
What?
The bar is not high.
Look at this beach. It's gonna be sad to leave, but I bet the other beach is nice as well. I'm saying goodbye to New Teddy's and off we go, off to Nungwi. I'm so mispronouncing this name, I'm so sorry. How do you pronounce it? Nungwi? Nungwi?
Nungwi.
Nungwi.
Yeah, Nungwi.
Nungwi.
Yeah.
Meaning? Nungwi.
No meaning.
No meaning? Are you originally from Zanzibar?
Yeah, from Zanzibar town.
So beautiful, so many palm trees in Zanzibar, right? I am so happy I came up to the north just for the drive itself. It was worth it. Honestly, it was one of the most beautiful drives ever. We're driving through palm tree forest. There's so many like super tall, beautiful palm trees here in Zanzibar. Local villages and like sugarcane fields. And it was just so nice. I mean, like the drive was almost 100 kilometers. So I got to see like a good chunk of Zanzibar. And it might sound a little silly, but I almost felt like that was like one of the most authentic and just real experiences I had on this island so far. It just felt so different. The life, you know, like especially passing through the villages, even though I was just watching it from the safety of the car, it just felt so different than being on the beach and being surrounded mostly by tourists or people who are selling something to tourists. Yeah, it was just a very different experience, and I'm, you know, obviously nice to go to the beach as well. Love it. I mean, I'm on my way to the beach right now, but just saying, driving around, I feel like it's always a good idea to get out there and see a little bit more. And also the taxi driver that I had was so nice. He was originally from Zanzibar, so he has told me a lot about life on the island. About Nungwi, where I'm going, is it nice?
Nungwi is nice also.
Everything is nice in Zanzibar, huh?
Yeah.
And there was this like TV screen in the car with music videos, and he knew a lot about the music, so he was also telling me a lot about Afrobeats, which is like the most popular music genre here, and in general it is popular everywhere, but it's just not something that I'm familiar with. So he told me a lot about different artists here in Africa and how it works, how the music industry works here, that there are a lot of popular artists from Nigeria. That's basically where they make a lot of entertainment, music, film that is later distributed not only here in Africa but everywhere in the world. Actually, I think in Nigeria it's called, like, what do you call it, Nollywood? They produce more movies there than they do, well, definitely in Hollywood, but even more than they do in Bollywood. And the funny thing is that they actually sing in English, and if you wouldn't tell me that they sing in English, I would probably not guess, because it's such a different type of English. So this is the path to the beach. As soon as I arrived here, you could definitely tell that it's way more touristy than the east. There's so many shops here, so many more people. So many shops, too many, huh? And this is what the beach looks like. So many umbrellas and chairs. The water is still beautiful. My first impression of beach up here, absolutely freaking beautiful, as you can see, but there are not as many tall palm trees here. There are mainly rocks by the beach, which is actually nice for shadow, but I think palm trees are nice. But you know what? The thing about these beaches is that for me, they're just so freaking beautiful anyways, like all of them, wherever you go here. Another thing that is different here is that you can buy so much art, like right on the beach. They have all these stands, and yeah, they're selling art pieces. So in general, this area up north is much more known for resorts. So a lot of big hotels, resorts type of hotels are here. And since there are more people coming to this area, it's in general more happening, meaning more restaurants, bars, everything, parties as well. So I'm headed for dinner at Mama Africa, which is a very, very good place. I can definitely recommend it very highly because I've already been there 3 times, so this is gonna be my 4th time. It's traditional Swahili food and it's quite affordable for prices here in Nungwi. So my first dish has arrived. It's basically the love of my life, aka chapati. I love chapati so much. That's what it looks like. And there is sauce, and you dip it in the sauce, and it's just great, you know. And this is the main dish. We've got some rice here, some greens, like curry sauce thing, and octopus, grilled octopus. It's actually also a bit of a sad day because it is my very last day here in Tanzania. I spent 5 incredible weeks in this country. To be honest, it was better than I expected, and I feel like I went for so much. It was such a journey, both a journey in the sense of travel and experiences and new people and new everything, but also a journey inside my head. I started being so scared and overwhelmed. If you've watched my Dar es Salaam vlog, you could definitely tell. I mean, you can tell because I'm saying that every like 5 seconds that I'm scared. I just wasn't sure if I would be able to handle traveling Tanzania solo. As you know, I've never been to Africa before, never been to Tanzania. This was my very first time here, and even though I have done solo trips before, what have I done solo actually? I've done Greece, Albania, and Panama. Have I done more? Good question. I do have experience traveling by myself, but at the same time I knew that Tanzania will be the most difficult, the most challenging solo trip of my life, and it did start being very challenging. In the beginning, I really struggled with the fact that I just didn't know much about this place, and I couldn't tell if certain things were normal or if I should be concerned. But with time, I did figure it out, and I did get used to many things that in the beginning felt strange or new to me. And I also really want to emphasize, if there's anyone local, like any Tanzanians watching, I love Tanzania. I love this country so much after being here for 5 weeks, and I know 100% that I will come back. Like, this is one of the countries that I not only loved being here, but I just know that I will be back. And if you made it that far, I also want to say that I really hope that you enjoy my Zanzibar vlog, because this vlog was definitely the hardest one to film for me. And I couldn't really understand why. When I got to Zanzibar, I just felt extremely tired. And I just thought that I am well, just tired of traveling, and I couldn't really understand, and I just felt bad and I felt guilty, but I just couldn't pull my shit together to take this camera and vlog and show you around. But what I realized is that I think that it might have been the malaria pills. That is not really a topic that I talked a lot in my other videos, but Tanzania is a region where you can get malaria, and for some reason some people think that this is not the case with Zanzibar, and that's not true. When you research it, you'll be able to tell that actually malaria is also as common here in Zanzibar as it is on the mainland of Tanzania. Anyways, since I traveled Tanzania for 5 weeks, I made a decision to take malaria pills. I know that not everyone does it, but this is like a very personal decision. This was also not the very first time in my life taking malaria pills. I have taken them before and I was fine. And of course, I am well aware of the fact that it might be not the malaria pills. Like, I don't know what it is. Of course, as you saw in this video, I also had this issue with my ear. I got an ear infection, so me feeling weird can be also like literally 100,000 other things. It can be ear infection, it can be like so many other things. Like, unfortunately, traveling exotic countries, tropical countries, comes with a risk of many disease. That's the truth. I mean, it is what it is, right? Anyways, if you haven't seen my other Tanzania vlogs, I will link them all up here. Check them out. I filmed so many vlogs in this beautiful country, and as I said, I could not be more grateful that for some reason life just led me into this direction. Okay, so my camera just stopped recording. I think someone is tired of me talking. Anyways, I just wanted to say that I had the best time in Tanzania, and if you consider traveling this beautiful country, I can only very, very highly recommend it. And the traveling has not stopped. I am leaving Tanzania tomorrow, but I'm not going home. Or, well, I am kind of going home, back home. You'll see in my next vlog.